Hey guys, this is Upesh from Beebom.com, and this right here is the brand new JioPhone NEXT, Jio's new entry-level Android smartphone made in partnership with Google. Now there are actually two aspects to this new phone. There's obviously the phone, and then there's the price. Now let me make it clear straight away that the JioPhone NEXT is a phone that has failed to impress me in both of these aspects. First up, let me just clear up the price because I think there's a lot of confusion around it. So the JioPhone NEXT has launched in India at rupees 6499. That's the actual price, upfront price. And that's the price I'm going to consider. Now I know a lot of people are hyping up the rupees 2000 price tag, but that is not the real price. Let me explain. So here's how it goes. First up, you need to pay 2000 rupees upfront. That's the price, supposedly. Now along with that, you have to pay 500 rupees processing fee. That brings it to 2500. Now say you take up the 450 rupees per month EMI plan for 24 months. Now this also includes 1.5 GB of data daily and unlimited calls, which on prepaid costs 200 rupees. So this EMI is basically taking up 250 rupees extra. Now that means 250 rupees over 24 months, and that's 6000 rupees. So overall, with the EMI plan, the phone actually costs 2000 rupees plus 501 rupees processing fee plus 6000 rupees, which is equal to 8500 rupees. So yeah, 6500 is the real price of this phone, and at that price, this is not so impressive. So the JioPhone NEXT would have made sense at 4000 rupees, but at this price, no. So this is the phone, and the first thing I noticed when I unboxed the phone is this, a removable 3500 mAh battery. I mean, it's been some time since we saw this in a mainstream smartphone. Anyway, here's how the phone looks, and yeah, it's got the typical cheap phone look and feel with the hard plastic back, with the Jio logo, single camera and a speaker grill. Not like a usual entry-level smartphone, the JioPhone NEXT has the usual buttons, the headphone jack on the top, and a micro USB port on the bottom. There's also a dual SIM slot, but the SIM1 slot is locked for Jio SIM cards only. And I also noticed that mobile data only works with Jio, no other SIM cards. I mean, as you can see, there's the mobile data option in Jio, and even if I turn it off, there's no mobile data option in the Vodafone SIM. It's also mentioned in the specs page, as you can see. And if we're coming to the front, this is how the front of the JioPhone NEXT looks, and you get these big bezels. The display is a 720p panel with Gorilla Glass 3, and it is an okay display. I mean, it's very reflective, you can't see anything from angles, and it's not very bright, but the colors kind of seem fine. To give you guys a better idea, this is the display at max brightness, and yeah, this is not a great display, but I think it's okay for an entry-level smartphone. Now overall, I would have been okay with this design, especially for its price, but the problem is, you get phones like the Redmi 9A or even the Realme C11 at this price range, and those phones are way better looking and more modern looking than the JioPhone NEXT. Now talking about the experience, the JioPhone NEXT has the new Pragati OS, which is actually the Android Go platform sort of rebranded, and it's a good experience here. You get the popular Google apps like Play Store, Chrome, YouTube, Maps, Google Go, Google Camera Go, Gallery Go, etc. There's also Facebook Lite, Instagram and WhatsApp on board, which was expected since Jio and Facebook had kind of become partners. Then there are various Jio apps like Jio Games, Jio Savan, Jio Mart, Jio TV Lite, Jio Meet, etc. Now apart from these apps, there are features like Google Assistant, which works well. There's Translate now, which lets you translate anything on the screen to 10 Indian regional languages. There's also features like Nearby Share, Read Aloud, and more. So yeah, you get all of these features, and the software experience is actually clean and nice. I like that, but there's one thing that you'll always see in Pragati OS in JioPhone NEXT. I'm talking about this, device provided by Financer. This is something you will see when you set up the phone. It's there on the lock screen as well. You get notifications reminding you about this. It's there even on the quick settings page. In fact, when I tap here and hit view policies, it tells me that the admin, aka the Financer, can see the apps on the phone. Also, admin can lock the device, which means that if you don't pay the EMI, the device will be locked. I mean, this may be okay, but putting this device provided by Financer everywhere is not cool and kind of makes me feel garib. Now, that apart, the software experience is actually good on this phone. That's one thing that's definitely good. I even like the camera app. The phone has a 13 megapixel rear camera on the back, and the Google Camera Go app has features like Snapchat lenses built in, portrait mode, HDR, and hey, it even shows you the number of photos you can take with the storage left, just like the old days. Now all that is fairly good for an entry-level smartphone, but what the problem here is, the deal breaker is actually the performance of this phone. So the JioPhone Next is powered by the Snapdragon QM215 with 2GB RAM and 32GB storage, which is expandable. Now, I was not worried about the average specs here because, hey, this is an entry-level phone, like I said, and the phone was made in partnership with Google, so I was expecting an optimized experience, but hey, I was wrong. I mean, there's so much frame drop everywhere. There's lag when I go from home screen to the Google Discover page. There's lag when I'm going home from an app. There's lag when the auto rotate is on. There's lag while scrolling, typing, and I've noticed this in a day of usage. I did not even try a game because that will be harsh on the phone at this price, but it's not cool that this phone is so slow in day-to-day usage. See, if you ask me, I would have maybe accepted this performance if the phone was priced at rupees 3,500 or 4,000 rupees, but this is a 6,500 rupees phone, and you know what, there are just better options in this price range. I mean, for example, there's the Redmi 9A at 6,999, which is 500 rupees expensive, but it's a better looking phone, like I said. It's not locked to Jio SIM cards for mobile data. It has a bigger, better display. It has better performance with its faster Octa-Core chipset, and it has a bigger battery. Now, the software experience is one thing that's better on the JioPhone Next, but is that enough? I don't think so. Look, to conclude things, I just want to say this. Come on, Jio, you're supposed to be a disruptive company. I mean, you disrupted the telecom market with Jio 4G, you disrupted the feature phone market with the JioPhone, and you disrupted broadband with Jio Fiber. But the JioPhone Next, you know it, we know it, this is not going to disrupt Android smartphones. Anyway, I want to know your opinion on this JioPhone Next smartphone. Do you think it makes sense at 6,500 rupees? Will you buy this? Make sure to comment down below. And yeah, also give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Make sure to share it and subscribe to our channel for more amazing tech videos. That's me signing off. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
Thank you. Next.